Hi everybody, in this tutorial I'm gonna show you how to make this rainbow embroidery design using my textile brushes. First of all, open the sewing hoop included in the pack and draw your design. Lower the opacity of your layer and create a new layer on top. We're gonna start with a purple color for the bottom of our rainbow. Select the satin stitch brush and start with the first line of your rainbow. Then I'm gonna take a pink and I'm gonna do the next layer. The way this brush works, it is if you keep holding the stitches, they're gonna be farther from each other or closer, depending the way you like. So you can take and do this in your rainbow. I'm gonna keep doing exactly the same with all the colors. Now yellow, then green, and the last one is going to be blue. Keep in mind, I'm doing all of those in the same layer. When you're finished, just take the rubber and rub it on the stitches at the bottom that they don't look right. That's gonna be the base of a rainbow. I'm gonna create a new layer. I'm using the backstage pressure and I'm gonna start with the blue line of the rainbow. I'm using first a light colors and then I'm gonna go with a darker blue and I'm gonna start mixing all the colors together. I usually use 3 tones of each color. So for example, can you see here that I'm going with the dark blue, then a lighter, and then even a lighter one on top. Keep doing and following the same process until you finish the whole line. Same as before, when you finish, just take your rubber and rub it on the stitches that they don't look right. I'm gonna do exactly the same but with the green line. Remember to use a new layer every time that you use a new color. So now I'm going with the green, a darker green, then a medium green, and then at the end I will go even with the lighter one, mixing all the colors. When you have finished, just take your rubber and rub it on the stitches that you don't want. Now I'm gonna do the same with the yellow. Just create a new layer and go over all your colors. Remember, you can follow any order that you want. I start normally with the dark and then a lighter one, but it doesn't really matter as long as you mix all the colors. Now I'm gonna go with the pink, exactly the same. I follow with the mixing the colors and then at the end with the rubber, just rub it on the stitches that I don't want. A new layer for the purple, mixing the colors. Don't forget to rub it on the edges and that's it. Now, I want to create even a more realistic look, so I'm going to select Alpha Lock in all the lines of the rainbow. And I'm going to try to find one of my pastel brushes. You can use any other brush as an alternative. Now, as you can see, I'm starting with the purple and on the bottom and on the top, I'm going through with a darker purple. Gonna do the same in each line of the rainbow, going on the edges with a darker color. When you're ready, create a new layer and I'm gonna look for my chain stitch brush. I'm gonna outline the rainbow with this brush. So now I'm gonna take a blue color and I'm gonna start with the top part. Then in between blue and green, I'm gonna use a green color, then a yellow, then I'm gonna go in between the yellow and the pink, the next one, and then at the end I'm gonna use purple again. Now, I'm gonna duplicate the layer and I'm gonna merge them together. Move the layers just on top of a base rainbow and duplicate it again. Move this layer back to the top and lower the opacity. As you can see now the outlines stand out more. Now what I'm gonna do is just group all these layers together and name this layer to rainbow so it is more organized. I'm gonna start making the cloud with the same chain stitch. Now create a new layer and as you can see I'm filling it up, the whole shape of the first section of the cloud. Because all the clouds they have the same shapes, I'm gonna duplicate the layer to fill it up all the different sections. I'm merging all the layers together in one. And finally, to make the clouds stand out more, I'm gonna duplicate it 5 times. I'm gonna merge them again and that's the way it looks now. The final thing that I want to do is just a little shadow behind the rainbow. So, I'm gonna duplicate the whole rainbow and I'm gonna flatten the layer. I'm gonna do the same with the clouds and then I'm gonna merge the clouds with the rainbow. Move this new layer right to the bottom and select Alpha Lock. Now we're gonna color the layer with a darker brown. The brush that I'm gonna use is one of the brushes that they came with Procreate because they're very quick to fill it up big spaces. Now just change the layer mode to multiply, lower the opacity, and unselect Alpha Lock. The final thing that I'm going to do is just go and find Gaussian blur and just use it just a little bit, not too much. Let me show you now the difference. It is very subtle, the difference, but I love it. And that's the end of the tutorial. I hope you like it.